Happy Wednesday, end of March. Here in Missouri, it's been raining a ton, and I'm so over the rain. I want the sunshine to come out. Yay! I know it will. Just won't be tomorrow. More rain tomorrow. I had an experience today that I just wanted to share to others who, I don't know if you're going through a divorce like I have been. My divorce is over, it's finalized, but I still have lingering pain. I still have a ton of heartache. My divorce, my marriage was hard, and I worked extremely hard. My husband worked extremely hard, and we tried to make it work, but it just got past a point where it became so harmful. I began to have extreme depression and irrational fears after we separated. My therapist says this is some symptoms of PTSD, which I associate PTSD with the military and being in war. And while my husband and I might have fought, I would not compare it to war ever. It was hard, of course, but I would just like to keep it as irrational fears. Sometimes we have triggers, and today I experienced a trigger, so I just wanted to talk about it a little. And if you ever experience something like this, just know you're not the only one. I used to call myself crazy all the time. I'm not crazy. I just lived through some things that are hard to cope with. My irrational fear is grocery shopping. I hate to grocery shop. Having my kids with me helps, but it normally makes me angry and agitated. I normally end up crying somewhere along the way, but I stifle it and keep it in. Today, I tried to run to the grocery store real quick before picking up my daughter from daycare, before coming home to my boys, and I just freaked out. I was worried about getting the right food. I was worried about running into somebody. I was worried about not having the money that I knew was in my wallet, but somehow I thought when I got to the register, it wasn't going to be in my wallet anymore. I kind of hold my breath the entire time and have this rush of anxiety build up inside of me. And then I get to the parking lot and I get to my van, and that's when I have that release that makes me want to flood with tears. I experience this almost every time I go grocery shopping, and I know it's irrational, we'll say. One thing I've learned today, it's my garage light, turn it off. One thing I've learned today is that sometimes we compartmentalize our feelings and show everyone the good and show everyone the happy. And sometimes it's really good to just let out a little more than you normally would with someone. I have a wonderful coworker at work. She and I go back and forth about, our marriages and how things fell apart. And it feels amazing to have someone to talk to that knows the pain of a divorce when you weren't wanting a divorce. I have another coworker who wanted a divorce, and she is all about keeping me strong and empowering me that I can do it on my own. I have another coworker who just simply asked me today how my kids were, and I was honest about what's going on with one of my kids, and she gave me some great advice and a great book to read, and some techniques that maybe I can do to help him in processing some things. And it just made me realize, if I hadn't opened up and I would have just said, my kids are fine, they're great, they're doing football and they're, doing great in school and it's almost spring break. Instead, I opened up a little. So I decided after my freak out at the grocery store today, I wanted to open up and just say that if you have a crazy moment where you just want to fall on the floor and cry, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you can't do it for the next 8 hours until you get home from work. Sometimes you do it in front of your kids and they ask you nonstop what's wrong and you say you're fine and they know you're not, but it's okay. It's okay to have these, whatever they are. It's okay. It's better to release the emotion than to keep it inside. It's better to release the pressure of a shaken soda bottle than to let it sit there and fester until it explodes. So every 5 minutes, letting your little steam out, it's okay. We are all fighters. No matter what we're going through in life, no matter where we are, and no matter what we are trying to accomplish in our lives, we are all amazing, and we can choose to do it. And I can choose to go grocery shopping, even though I hate grocery shopping now, and it makes me want to cry. I do it because I have to, and because I know I can. It's not going to make me die. It's not going to set me on fire. It's okay. I can grocery shop. And you may laugh at my fact that I have a hard time grocery shopping, but that's my thing. That's my hard coping, freak out trigger. So, happy Wednesday. Like I said, it's awful here in Missouri with all the rain. Stay away, flood, and have a great Wednesday. Just have a great end of March.